All right. Now, Richo, under the cover of COVID, now this has been an excuse for companies to downsize. This has been an excuse for businesses to make certain decisions, as I say, governments to make a whole bunch of other decisions. But how is it justifiable that when coronavirus essentially does not exist in Queensland or New South Wales, but New South Wales in particular at the moment, where contact tracing means they can get on top of things like the Crossroads Hotel, that councils, including in the Bible Belt of Sydney, in and around Castle Hill, are going to cancel their Australia Day commemorations next year because of COVID-19?
Well, this is mad. I think we're all getting carried away about COVID anyway. I don't think it's had the effect that people said it was going to. I'm not witnessing thousands of people falling down. It just hasn't happened the way people put a doomsday proposition to us. If that's the case, I don't understand what we're getting excited about. I think we should just take 3 deep breaths and say to ourselves, Australia can handle this. We've just got to move on resolutely and not be put off. Now, it's not that hard, you know. You've just got to have some real steel in your spine. And surely we've got enough of that around.
Well, but also, don't forget, there's $20,000 worth of steel that the Australia Day Council was willing to put into the spine of local councils to make sure that everything would be COVID safe, OK? Like this, I mean, seriously. Craig Kelly put it well today when he said this.
I think that we've had not an infection here, not one single locally transmitted infection for 15 days in New South Wales. And we are still 2 months away. To cancel it is just absolute nonsense.
Well, the reason we're in HD, the beautiful Jenna Clark, of course, joining us now from Western Australia. Jenna, you know, the cover of COVID, many different things, right? But when the Hills... So I get why Inner West Council would do it, or the wokey ones, right? But like the Hills Council, this is hardcore Liberal territory. I don't say it offensively when I talk about the Bible Belt. Literally, the Hillsong headquarters are in that area, OK? So this ain't a woke part of Australia. Yet the Hills Council is saying, no, January, couldn't possibly get this done by January. It's not even December, Jenna, and we've kicked its ass. The Rona is gone in Australia.
Oh, can you tell our Premier Mark McGowan that? Because we may not see you until 2023, because we've got no idea what's going on. So mate, enjoy Australia Day.
You know he's holding on till March. I'm not seeing you till April. You and I can only Zoom till April, mate. That's it. I won't be able to go to Devlin's and have a smoke until April. You know that.
Oh, God, I just miss seeing you guys in person. I think it's terrible. So I guess we heard yesterday here in WA that the initial goalposts for us being open to Victoria and New South Wales, where they haven't had community transmission in almost 20 days for most states, that will be 28 days of zero community transmission, and then the borders will open. Well, now the Premier has said, actually, that's going to change, and we don't know where that advice has come from. So it absolutely doesn't surprise me that these councils in Western Sydney are cancelling their Australia Day fireworks and their Australia Day celebrations, because we're having the same thing here, and we don't have. I mean, we've got a couple of active cases, and I think we've got the most active cases than South Australia at this point in time because of international arrivals and hotel quarantine and things like that. So I have absolutely no idea what's going on, and I don't know where the end point is. So if Premier McGowan would like to give us any clarity anytime soon, we'd be more than welcome to hear that.